Hello, so here at the BE Ropar Railroad Corporation and Dining Car franchise, we do things a little bit differently than your typical, railfang channel and railroad channel. Like customizing furniture and cake decorating, making cakes with trains on them, things like that. I mean, we got everything we need. Got a Rubbermaid high chair. I tell you what, we got dining chairs, custom dining chairs. They're gonna have my name on it. Just throw a little primer in or some paint, do a little lettering. See what you need to on there. And I tell you what, people who work in trades and that think they have a hard job. But then when they go out and eat, they don't really consider the following. Like, if you went to a fancy restaurant and there was a prime rib carver, I tell you what, he has to serve everybody with a smile on his face and be polite. While you're eating at 6 o'clock at night, after he came in at 4 o'clock that morning, to make the food for you so that he could serve it for you for dinner. And I tell you, if you think you're tired, that guy's tired. Because he's been in there marinating and getting that stuff prepared for you that night. Since 4 o'clock this morning. But then consider this. That guy that just served you, and he has to do like 3 or 4 meals at night. Remember, he's got to be in there the rest of the night. Because after you go home, they have to get that place spotless before they can leave, so it's ready for the next day. I mean, so he's going to be in there for several hours after you leave, and the place is closed. I mean, consider that. And I tell you, my cousin's a manager at an amusement park. She basically runs the games. I tell you what, when your fun is over and the park's closed, think about that employee that has to count each and every one of those doorbells before they can go home that night. The park may close at 11 o'clock, but there's somebody in there until 3 o'clock in the morning counting all that change that you spent on the games. I tell you what, so next time you're having fun, consider that. And you wonder why some people are so miserable. And my cousin had to be the one to explain to everybody why the $5 game gave him a 2-cent prize. I mean, think about stuff like that. But let's take it to another level. I tell you what, we can get this dining car known for its cakes and desserts. I tell you what, I got more skill than you could ever imagine. I mean, I don't quit. I tell you what, like this soup can, for example. You know, when you look at the train rolling by, you see all the rust all over it. But then look at the soup can and realizing it's made out of the same steel. At the manufacturing plant, they have to get this so sterile and clean. I mean, there cannot be an ounce, any tiny bit of that steel exposed to the oxygen or it'll oxidize. And the can will rust and whatever the contents are will be ruined. I mean, you can see how that would work. I mean, anybody that's ever worked with steel, you know how easily that rusts. I mean, all you do is touch it and it's rusted in like a couple hours. I mean, just imagine how sterile and clean they had to get the steel to make this can for you. I mean, that's the perspective there. You think it's so simple, but consider the following. I mean, it's like you people shopping online and that. You like the low online prices for shipping. But when you go and ban the railroads and put limits on them, the shipping is going to go up. Because everything you buy relies on the railroad and shipping companies. You limit that, all your prices go up. I mean, I hope I'm offering you a perspective here on how to do things differently. I mean, you can see where I'm coming from. Anyway, have a great weekend. Be safe, everyone. Stop for trains and just be more considerate to employees that have been there all day while you have fun. I mean, I think I said enough there. I'd like to one day have my name on the sides of all those engines that you see rolling by. I mean, I tell you what, thank you, RJ Corman, for giving me this idea. In that video they posted about how your company was founded. I mean, thank you. I mean, I can see why you did that. I mean, I would too if I had that ability. Which, I'm going to. I tell you what, thank you, and be safe. Closed. We are open. Last call. Closed.